what are you doing right now with yourself?
Surviving.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's trying to. I mean, poor kid. He wants to go to school, but living on the street, it's impossible going to school. Like, where are you gonna have a shower and stuff like that, right?
So you're principally living now. Are we going to identify where you are?
It's up to you.
Well, no, it's up to you. I'll take the facts.
Right.
I want you to feel comfortable with what we, how we.
I just don't want the police coming and taking everything out of there.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna see a few tents in there. And if it gets out in a paper or something, people are gonna know this.
We don't have to disclose like where the location is what he's saying.
We're not going to.
Okay, then that's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll just say that it's in a farmer's field in Newmarket.
Okay.
Right? And so currently you're not in school?
No.
Were you?
Yes, I was.
Whereabouts?
In Mississauga.
High school?
What was it called?
Yep, Meadowville.
Meadowville?
Yep.
Meadowville High School.
And what grade did you drop out of?
11.
So if you were to go back, you'd go back to 11?
Yep.
Okay. And is that what you'd like to do?
Oh, I would like a place first, and then, you know.
I mean, me and Damien's been talking. Even if he could get his own room, as long as he could get a place where he could come to, you know.
Yeah.
And then he'll go back to school.
Yeah.
He could do that stuff. The OW will help him out.
Yeah. Now, are you on any support right now?
Yes, I'm on street allowance.
Student?
Street allowance.
Street allowance.
And
It's 200 and what?
21 bucks.
$221. And he hasn't even got that check yet, though.
$221 a month?
Yeah.
And that's from whom?
OW.
Welfare.
Okay. Obviously, that's not going to buy you much.
No.
Have you tried to approach the social service system in terms of getting shelter at home?
Yep.
And what happened?
Every time I go there, they refuse me because I'm a young guy. I'm capable of working, and I try to tell them my story. And I tell them I'm on the street and all that, and they just tell me no, they don't want. They can find someone else better, right? So that's like a slap in the face, and that keeps going on and on and on.
So do you avail yourself of the in from the cold or any other? Okay.
Yeah.
Now that's 5 days a week?
It's 5 days a week. Yep. Today and tomorrow they're closed.
Because of the temperature? Or
Nope. That's
the way they are. They should be open 7 days a week.
do you guys hang out a lot?
Yep.
Okay.
Every day.
Tell them what you did today.
Well, we did recycling. We do recycling. We go around all the recycling bins and we pull out all the empties and we bring them back. We've been doing that for 7 months now.
When you say recycling, alcohol bottle stuff?
Yep, beer bottles, cans, and wine bottles. Today we made $48. I mean, it's not a lot, but it gets us by because we smoke cigarettes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you painted the church recently, or?
Yep. Trinity Church. Beside the library.
Yeah.
And they allow you to have showers there at times as well.
Yep.
Right?
So you
Every day except for Sunday or Saturdays.
So you
So
shower
I guess
at the
no
church?
dates on
Yep.
Saturdays, eh?
No.
Got you to laugh.
You also take seasonal work, like you did the turkey culling?
Yes. Bill's Turkey Farm.
Tell about that turkey farm job, man. That got me.
And that job, my son started that job. He worked 2 days and he couldn't work anymore because he got sick.
Yeah.
He got the flu.
Okay, but you were actually killing the turkey.
Yes.
So you would.
But how about you?
Or slaughtering them.
You were slaughtering turkey?
Yeah.
Did you last?
Yeah, it lasted all 2 weeks.
Anyone else last?
Nope. I was the only one out of the 4 guys that lasted.
So I guess it's not a...
I didn't mind that because I'm used to seeing blood and guts and stuff. I'm used to that. That's the only reason why. That's what they told me at the end.
So you've got the recycling
Yep.
enterprise. Anything else that you guys do?
We just walk around. Basically, we walk around. We go to mall. We get kicked out of malls. We go to Trinity Church. We sit around there. They give us coffee there during the morning. We go to the library.
You do
Mondays,
you
library
do the
is not
volunteer thing on the Thursdays sometimes.
And then Thursdays, yep, we do the volunteering up at 510 Penrose.
510.
510 Penrose. That's in the cold.
Okay.
It's the same building.
Well, it's for the York Region Food Network.
Yeah,
That you're doing
York
for it.
Region-
Same building
Yeah,
as the
same
Inn from the
building.
Cold.
And they give you some supplies.
Yeah, they give us
Okay.
food. Yeah,
Food and toiletries.
yeah,
In lieu of work.
yeah. And I pack all them boxes for Tom every Thursday.
Okay.
And
So-
Junior mops the floor.
So, what's wrong with the system? If you give me the Reader's Digest and what your suggestions and
Well,
recommendations.
if you don't have a grade 12 education, they put you down, basically. They put you down, they don't care. If you don't have your grade 12, like I only got my grade 6. And I walked into Ontario Works and they want me to go back to school. And I told them, I said, I'm almost 45 years old. I'm not involved in going back to school. All I want to do is work. I can work my butt off with these hands. I don't care about spelling or reading. Just want to work. That's all I want to do. I can work. And yeah, they basically put you down. They make you feel very bad.
So really, it's like a catch-22. You need a place to stay, you need a job, and then you need to stabilize from there.
Yeah.
In your case, go back to school and,
Yeah.
and start your.
And they need to recognize them as a family so they can live together. See what happens? What happens is they're telling him they will only
See
give
what I
you
told
X
you?
amount,
See
we'll
what I
only
told
give
you
you
what
B
was gonna
amount,
happen?
and if you add X and B together, they don't
Separate.
add up to a 2-bedroom apartment.
Yeah.
You know, or even a 1-bedroom apartment.
Yeah, even a 1-bedroom. I'd
You
sleep
know?
on the floor as long as it's warm, you know? Like.
Now, what
I don't
about that
care where I
worker? That
sleep.
worker that came into the forest, you know, and she at least brought it
Nancy.
upon herself to
Nancy,
come in
she's
there
the
and get you
manager
guys
of
into the
welfare.
family shelter. Weren't you told originally you couldn't get into the family shelter
Yeah.
months and months and months ago? And at that time, had you got
was
into the
Nancy
family
at
shelter, you
OW.
may be off the street by now.
Yeah.
Nancy, who do you remember that?
What's her last name? Do you know her last name? You don't.
And she was with whom?
She's the manager of OW.
She was actually the manager. That's what impressed me. Was she got off her butt, and
She
came all the way
in
out
the
there.
bush with 2 other women and said that she has a taxi upstairs and she's got us a place at Leader Place.
When was this?
That was what, December, November 29th, 28th.
Okay. And you went?
Yeah, we did go.
And it was during that 6 weeks, because that's all you get,
You only
that
get
he got
6
a place to stay, and we couldn't get him a place, and we could not get both of them a place together.
Yeah.
And that's what they need, transitional housing where they
don't
can have a
sign
little
that, you know,
longer
that
of a
rental
time
agreement.
period to find a permanent
rental
place to
agreement
stay.
from
That's what's
OW.
missing. How can you do that in 6 weeks? That's
get
what's
a rental
missing.
agreement from
Transitional
OW.
housing for these guys.
And when you
And,
got 2
and by the
people,
way, there isn't any in York Region for men. There is
A
no
landlord-
transitional housing for men.
a landlord will not sign 2 agreements. They only want to
What
sign
could the
one.
system
Yep.
do? How could they step up to help a
Help
situation like
people get housing. Help them get housing. I mean, especially if they're family. I mean, a single person is got a better chance than 2 people. Definitely. Oh yes. You know, you could get a room for a single person. Not a problem. You can. But it gets very cold. While your feet are freezing, I got my baby toe is all black, completely black.
Oh, that's frostbite.
Yeah, it's frostbite. Yep. I got that like a couple of weeks ago when it was really cold. I'm supposed to go to the hospital and get it removed, but it's just rotting away on me. No. They don't really help you that much. Sure, they're gonna remove my toe and all that, but then that's it. doing fine with it right now. I mean, I could show it to you.
No, it's okay.
It's completely black.
Now, if people that read the article wanted to reach out to you and your son,
Yep.
Tom, what's the best way to make sure that whoever wants to help get to the
You
guys?
can do it two ways. I can get in touch with you directly, or if you want me to filter out all the crap, then give him my contact.
Go through Tom.
Okay.
Yeah. Because Tom helped me out a lot, and he's been out here a few times. Tom's been out here a few times. Tom's been over here, like we had another campsite on the other side of these bushes here. He's been out here.
Well, the article in the newspaper by the York Region newspaper group has really sparked a lot of, shall we say, conversations, and just opened up the whole can of worms about poverty, men living on the edges of society, and the lack of the supports and places for them to live and programs, etc. So it's really actually done surprisingly good job in terms of the facts of the story weren't exactly 100% correct, but what it did do was it just kind of sparked conversations. I mean, the reaction I've gotten has been unbelievable. The calls and the responses have been more than we've gotten on any other sort of publicity thing that we've done before. So it's surprising. It's been positive though. It's sparked even people that someone had talked had heard and talked to me before about us starting a men's center, and so she got in touch with me and said, I keep coming back to what you said about the need for a men's center with help programs and access to supports, etc. And she goes, I keep coming back to that, and that building on Leslie that's open, it's available, it's coming upcoming, and so it sparked me to make a phone call to the owner of that property again, and sort of resurrect that idea, and it's still available. And in fact, so now we're thinking about putting together volunteer crews to come in and help clean this place up a little bit, so we can get it ready and actually rent out affordable places for people to live in, and maybe turn it into a community that's got we'll grow our own, grow some food there, and just have a different atmosphere that lets people and gives people an opportunity to maybe get involved in other community things and programs and this sort of thing, an atmosphere that just encourages people to step forward. So it's really done a lot of stuff. It's sparked a lot of conversations, and it's opened a lot of people's eyes, and it's actually I even have people willing to get involved, and they're looking to volunteer in something, and how can we what can they do? And instead of giving them the typical answers like go volunteer at the Inn from the Cold, which probably they've got over 300 volunteers there anyway, because it's such a sexy thing to do, to volunteer, to be helping people at In From the Cold. But so I don't give them the typical answer, but I say, well, how about the idea about a men's center? Would you be interested in getting something like that going? And once we talk about it and describe it and say that there's no transitional housing whatsoever in York Region for men, people are saying, yeah, well, geez, that would be something I'd be interested to get going. And hey, who knows what will happen?